Hey, this is Kurt the Boat Doctor out here in the bay. Anyway, 25 Defiance 2020 runs really good, about 45 miles an hour, 45, 47, 5800, 17 pitch props. Fuel burn about 30 gallon wide open. That's pretty dang good actually. You got 3.1 on the left and you got 3.2 on the right hand motor. One motor will plane this boat and it will do about maybe right at 30 miles an hour, 6 seconds to plane. Now, again, if you put the tabs down, it'll probably plane a lot quicker. And like I say, all the bolster cushions there, you do have your rear deck steer. So if you're back here and you want to run the throttles, the only thing, something maybe in the future they could do is maybe run the trim tabs. Like say, I'm going to go ahead and put them all the way down right here. Then you got these windows I like too. They pop open. You can just go like this. So if you want a little fresh air, there you go. So I'm going to pop those down. Now if these are in neutral like this, then you can go back here and you can hit the selector switch. See how those are blue? See how nothing's happening? You hit this, then you just go ahead. They're already started. These light up. That says it's active. There you go. So now say I want to go to the right, I bring that one back, put that ahead, give it some reverse power, give it a little forward power, and you can spin it just like a jet. See, now we're going the right hand, or doing a right turn. Good water flow out both motors. Now, like I was telling you before, if you needed to get this into like just a neutral, instead of in gear, you hit this button here and turns a flash. Whoops, you gotta do it fast. There you go. See, now I can rev up the motor and it ain't going anywhere. But when they're solid, that means they're going to go into gear. So now say I want to go to the right again, left, go like this, give it some gas, give it a little forward gas. There you go. And you can steer from here. Well, on that too, remember, keep those motors, don't touch that wheel when you're doing this. And you can come back and you can drive the boat with these like a bobcat. I'll show you right here when I get turned around. So say I want to go to the right, I just bring that one back. It works really good at slower speeds. And then I just give that a little bit more gas. And see how I'm turning the boat just with these, not touching the wheel. Then I would just go the opposite. Just like that on the throttle, just like a bobcat. And you don't even need the steering wheel. Or you can use the steering wheel, that's up to you. So then you just pop it up here. I got the tabs down because when I'm back here, I want to get that bow down so I can see out that window. So that's that driving it right there. Got this bolster. So now once I'm up here, of course, then you got to remember, which I just forgot, I have to admit, you got to bring these back down till these are in neutral. Then you come up here, hit the selector switch. It says it's active. Go ahead and hit it. So what we're going to do is here show you seconds to plane after I trim these up. And if you don't know where they are, just hold it on for about 10 seconds. And it should be up. There you go. And then try it like this first. Make sure your trim here is down. And they are down. So what I do is I kind of figure out which way it's leaning. If I'm going to... And this ain't bad. Don't use the trim tabs unless you need them. They'll slow you down, burn up fuel. So here we go. We're going to stop here. We're going to hit it. 1001, 1002, about 2.5 seconds is all it takes to plane this. And then planing speed. And these are synced up really good. And say you do get a little of that bounce at a slower speed, just use your tabs. So planing speed's right about there, 22 miles an hour, 3100. And then cruising, you can start trimming this up. So right about there is about 11.2, 28 miles an hour. You could probably bring it down just a hair. So you're about 10.6 gallons per hour at 28 miles an hour, 3,600. Then you hit it. Let it simmer down. I trim it here. I get the speed going. I trim it a little bit more. Trim it a little bit more. There you go. There you go. We're at 55. I'm going to trim a little bit extra on this one. I'm going to trim again. Now we're getting a little porpoise there. Not bad, but I can trim that by using the trim tabs. See, like right here, it's bouncing a little. Go ahead and trim them down. And we're doing 46 miles an hour, which is good. So if it's bouncing, again, just hit these. Right there. And now we'll keep it flat. There's a lot of stuff in the water. It'll still a little harder though when you're doing this, but now at least you can give it some more gas without it porpoising. So now you go back, trim the motors down, trim these up. Okay, bring this back here, kill the quart motor, which is this one here. You can always put that in gear, trim that up. Now I'm going to do this with the tabs all the way up. Okay, there you go. So I'm going to hit it right here. 1001, 1002. I'm going to trim that down a little bit. 1003, 1004, 1005, 1006. About 6 seconds. 27 miles an hour. That's good. One motor. 31 miles an hour. Once you get going, then you can actually start trimming that motor up. There's 32. So right there is kind of porpoising a little, so bring her down a notch. It's about 32 miles an hour. Say the other way, about 33. That's pretty good on one motor. Then bring her down like this. Fire up the other motor. Okay. Then what you can do is you can see, I'll show you how to steer this thing. There's a couple different ways. Okay, make sure you're trimmed. Yeah, make sure that's trimmed down before you fire it up. There, that's down, that's down. This is a neutral. Then hit the fire button, fires it up. So now we're gonna go like this. And then you can use your trim tabs, your trim, or these handles. There we go. So now, right here, the trim tabs are up. So you want to kind of keep your main trim down like this, and then I can make sure those things are centered. Then what I can do is just bring this one back down a little bit, give the right one a little bit more gas, and I can steer it that way. It just works better at a slower speed, like right there. Then I can go like this, and I can cut this one back, and I can go to the left just by doing this, back and forth. Then, if you wanted to, you could do this. You could use your trim tab. So you want to pick up where you're planing, like right here. Then you can hit your, say, hit this tab here, which is, then it's going to push you to the right. You bring that one up, you go to the right, it's going to go to the left. Okay, now this one here, it takes a little fine tuning. This is just a trim on the main. But with twins, it doesn't really work so good. But a single motor, you can actually steer with this right here. Okay, so I'm just going to run down there, and then I think we're done. Everything runs good. It's just tie down the drain plug and give it a good bath.